Hey Sunrise Valley, this is Nicholas Girardi with Berkshire Hathaway Fox and Roach, and I just wanted to give you your May 2026 market update for Sunrise Valley. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you in just a second so I can walk you through some of the data and show you what's going on in our subdivision. But before I get started, I just wanted to make two quick notes. So the first thing I just want to say is that whether you're looking to sell your house maybe in the next 6 to 12 months, or you're planning on staying for the next 10 to 20 years, it really doesn't matter. Either way, it's very important to stay educated and stay informed and pay attention to what's going on in the market. The second thing I wanted to bring to your attention is that I have created a website specifically for our subdivision. It's called nickgsellsunrisevalley.com. And on there, you're going to see market updates that will be posted approximately once per month. Obviously, we do have a very low turnover rate in our subdivision, so there's not always new data to go over, but I will be posting market updates approximately once a month. And there's also going to be a lot of articles and different information that's specific just to Sunrise Valley. Maybe some questions you have running through your head right now, those articles will probably answer for you. They're going to be posted shortly, and there will always be new content coming up. I'll always be posting new stuff. And like I said, it's specific to the Sunrise Valley subdivision. So it's an excellent resource for people that live here, but also buyers that might be looking to move into the neighborhood at some point in the future. So definitely check that out. And I would recommend checking back periodically because there's always going to be new content posted. So now that we got through that, I'm going to share my screen with you and I'm going to walk you through some of the details on what we're seeing in our subdivision right now. Okay, so what you see here is directly from the MLS system. So I ran a report just for Sunrise Valley specifically, and this data is for the past 12 months. So you're going to see here that there's currently 2 active houses for sale in the subdivision, and there are 2 houses that have been sold within the last 12 months. So now I'm going to go over here to this report and walk you through it. So currently there are 2 listings available. One has been on the market for 156 days, one has been on for 21 days. That is a long time for this subdivision. You're probably asking yourself, and what a lot of sellers do ask themselves is, how come some houses sell immediately upon listing, or maybe within a few days or within the first week or two, and other houses seem to sit on the market and not get any activity? That is a multifaceted question. There are a lot of different reasons why a house will sell or not sell. On my website, nickgsellsunrisevalley.com, there is going to be a blog post I'm planning on publishing today, May 1st, and it's going to walk you through that. And it's going to explain in Sunrise Valley why are some houses selling quickly and others aren't. And it's going to answer a lot of the questions you might have. So I would definitely recommend checking that article out. It has a lot of useful content. So the houses that are for sale, one is listed currently at $799. They have done price reductions. They've started at $990. The other one is for sale for $950. They're both approximately the same square footage. Obviously, condition is different if you wanted to check them out and look at some of the pictures. This is the one that is for sale is 3411 Stonegate, and then the other one that's for sale is 3423 Courtney. Now, the 2 houses that have sold in the last 12 months, you will see a big difference in the days on the market. So 3370 Courtney Drive, which is this one right here, sold for $875 in June of last year, and it was only on the market for 4 days. And then 3441 Courtney Drive, which is this listing, sold for $1.2 million in December. That was only on the market for 2 days. So like I said, you're probably wondering, well, that's a big difference, 2 to 4 days as opposed to 156 days. So definitely, like I said, check that article out. So for the sold listings, you'll see that the average sale price right now, it's about $298 a square foot. It is very important to remember that every house in here is different. Some of them are very similar, but there's all different models. So a lot of times sellers will say, they'll see maybe a $1.2 million sale price and they'll have sticker shock and they'll say, wow, my neighbor's house sold for that much. That must mean that mine is worth that much. And the short answer is, well, it might be, but it also might not be. Because this house may be a comp for your house, but it also may not be a comp for your house. This house obviously is one of the larger models. It's remodeled. It has a built-in pool. So if that sounds similar to your house and where you are right now, then that would be pulled as a comp. If you have one of the smaller models, some of the houses in our subdivision are around 2,600 square feet. Those are the smaller models. If you maybe haven't remodeled your house yet, if you don't have a pool, this may not be pulled as a comp for your house. So it really depends. And if that's something that you're not unsure of, or you don't know if that would be a comp for your house or not, that is what a good realtor will walk you through and go over with you. But it is important to note that just because something is in the same subdivision as you does not automatically make it a comparable property. So, in that case, if this was not a comp for your house and the other property at 3370 Courtney was not a comp for your house, we would go out to find other comparable properties in the township. So, just something very important to keep in mind. It is something that sellers ask pretty often. So that's currently where we're at. There are no houses that are under agreement currently, just the two that are available and the two that have been sold in the last 12 months. So I'll be doing another update in June, and we'll see if either of these houses get a contract or if anything else goes for sale. But if you're sort of curious what your house is worth right now, you could feel free to call or text me anytime. I live right around the corner. I live in the subdivision. Even if you're not thinking about selling, it doesn't matter. You might just be curious how much equity you have. Or maybe you're planning on doing a refinance and want to pull money out of it. So, whatever situation you're in, it doesn't matter if you're not planning on selling. I would be happy to help you run some numbers and give you a rough idea of what your house is worth currently. Right now, all throughout Upper Saucon Township, which this obviously transfers to Sunrise Valley as well, the market is still pretty good for sellers. And as you could sort of see here, we're seeing that houses that are priced correctly and are marketed correctly tend to move pretty quickly. And then houses that are maybe not priced correctly or there's some other issue with them are sitting. So overall, it's definitely still a good market for sellers, but there are definitely considerations to take into account. So once again, if you have any questions, feel free to call or text me anytime. All my information is, I'm sure you get my mailings and everything. It's on the website. And if you have any questions, just give me a call and let me know. Thank you.